What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Everything Weapons. Hope you guys are having a good day. A little bit of military news for you. This is the new Blackbeard cheap hypersonic weapon. So Castellion aims at building more affordable and usable hypersonic weapons that can be churned out at high production rates. This is from the Warzone website, so all credit to them. If you guys are new, subscribe. Drop a like, a thumbs up down below is greatly appreciated, and let's get right into it. So Castellion, a startup begun by former SpaceX employees, has provided the first view and look of its Blackbeard hypersonic weapon. The first look at what has been billed as a lower cost missile that's more affordable comes as the company announces that it has secured $1 billion in new financing, which it says will help get its first hypersonic weapon into production as part of its ambitious manufacturing strategy. So while hypersonic weapons have very attractive qualities, they are extremely expensive, and that cost will likely keep them from being bought in large quantities or used against wider target sets. But Castellion is focused on trying to shift that, building hypersonic capabilities bought in large quantities and used more freely, even if they have reduced performance. So a profile photo at the company's headquarters reveals a weapon with a ballistic missile-like booster, on top of which is mounted an unpowered hypersonic glide vehicle, or HGV for short. The booster brings the HGV to the desired velocity and altitude before releasing it toward its target. The concept is in contrast to air-breathing cruise missiles capable of traveling at hypersonic speeds. Hypersonic speed is generally defined as anything above Mach 5, which larger ballistic missiles also reach in the course of their flights. More precise performance figures for Blackbeard are lacking, but Castellion has previously hinted it could hit targets out to just under 500 miles. Both stages of the weapon have cruciform fins, while the HGV features a prominent sheen line along the length of its body and a slightly beak-like nose. The trolley on which the weapon is mounted provides some idea of its overall size. The blue stripes seen on each stage normally signify that a munition is an inert, non-explosive round utilized for training or tracking purposes. This would indicate real unarmed missile rather than a dummy or mock-up. The company has previously said that it was aiming to have a more finalized Blackbeard design by 2027, so there is still potential for more design changes to come. The Warzone has reached out to the company for more information. Castellion has previously released images of various missiles with very different, far more simple designs, which it has said are representative of the low-cost, internally developed test vehicles we use to enable rapid subsystem design iteration and to ground our performance models in real-world test data. Some of these earlier experimental configurations also look to feature tail sections that are at least heavily inspired by, if not lifted directly from standard series surface-to-air missiles as used by the US Navy and other navies around the world. Castellion yesterday also announced it had received Series C financing comprising $800 million in equity financing and $250 million in committed financing. The equity round values Castellion at approximately $13 billion. The company says it will use the funds as it transitions from development and flight testing toward producing Blackbeard in significant quantities. Castellion claims the weapon is the first hypersonic strike system to be designed from the outset to be substantially less expensive and easier to manufacture at scale than traditional high-end missile systems. The company says Blackbeard has gone from a clean sheet design to a program of record in less than 4 years, with fielding targeted for 2027. Castellion has also secured more than $500 million in US military contracts over the past 18 months. A major part of the company's strategy is its Project Ranger campus in Sandova, Sandoval County in New Mexico. Castellion describes the roughly 1,000-acre facility as the largest dedicated hypersonic missile manufacturing site in the entire country of the United States. The company previously committed more than $250 million of its own capital to infrastructure at the site and says it will now invest hundreds of millions of dollars more to expand production capacity. That emphasis on manufacturing is central to how Castellion distinguishes Blackbeard from many existing hypersonic programs out there today that are also working in the competition. The company has designed the weapon and its production processes around the expectation that large numbers will eventually be required. In May of this year, the Pentagon outlined plans to acquire at least 10,000 Blackbeard missiles, as well as a similar number of lower-cost, cheaper cruise missiles over the next 3 years. Thank you guys very much for watching. Subscribe if you learned something, especially if you are new. Most viewers, sadly, don't check if they ever hit the sub button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, drop a like, a thumbs up down below right now. Will help me out a lot in the algorithm. It helps my videos reach a new audience. Type us a comment down below of what you thought so that the other viewers who also watched can know what you think about this video. Also, check out my older content on the channel, guys. Lots of stuff to binge watch that are similar to this one, and just join us here. Subscribe if you want to stay up to date with everything war and weapons or just history related. And hope you guys have a good week. See you in my next video. Take care.